Check 1 2, check 1 2. Will, can you hear me all good? Check, check, check. Yes, sir. All right, we'll wait and see if we can get heard on the live stream. Oh, wait. We're coming to you live from the McPherson Academic and Athletic Complex here on the beautiful campus of the University of Mount Union. You are tuned in to Mount Union Purple Raider women's basketball here on the live stream, as we got a great matchup here for you tonight as your Mount Union Purple Raiders play host to the Muskingum Muskies in their home OAC opener here this season. Hello everyone, my name is Jacob Attar. Alongside me up here is my friend William Moyer, and we got a great game here tonight. First we're going to take a look at the Muskingum Muskies, the visiting team here tonight. Muskingum comes into tonight's matchup 3-3 overall. They're 1-1 in OAC play. Most recent matchup for Muskingum was a close defeat, 54-51 to the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets back at home in New Concord, Ohio. Claudia Harrington led the way with 17 points in that victory. Caitlin DeMassimo finished with 11 points, while Taylor DeMassimo had 9 points and 6 boards. Will, it's a pretty talented Muskingum team. What are you looking for here tonight from the Muskies?
Well, in the last game for Muskingum, they were out-rebounded by 14 against Baldwin Wallace. So they're going to have to get better at that, not get out-rebounded by 14. And for the Purple Raiders, they're going to have to control the glass, so do the opposite. Control the glass, make Muskingum have the same outcome as last time. I think the three biggest things for the Purple Raiders are getting good bench production, getting fast break points, and as I said, controlling the glass. I think if they can do those three things, they can win this game.
Yeah, without a doubt. I love how you mentioned that for the Purple Raiders. Mount Union so far this season, they're 4-2 overall, Will. 1-0 in OAC play. They won their first matchup at Wilmington this past weekend, 66-45. Reese Triplett, she led the way with 11 points. Lily Sweeney, the senior, added 9 points off the bench. And Michaela Dunkel had a near double-double, 8 points and 11 rebounds as the team knocked down 10 three-pointers in that matchup and held the Quakers to just 27% shooting from the floor. Well, it's been a fast start for some freshmen such as Reese Triplett, Elizabeth Mason. Who are you really keeping your eyes on here tonight for the Purple Raiders?
Well, I think if Triplett can continue her scoring, I think the Purple Raiders will be in a really good spot. On the season, she's been shooting 40% from the field, 36% from three, and 90% from the free throw line. So great shooting all around from her, and hopefully her and the rest of the team can keep it up and continue.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt. It's been a fun start here for the Mount Union Purple Raiders this season. A very young team, just one senior on the squad, but the Purple Raiders through 6 games this year, like how we mentioned, 4-2 overall, opened up with the big OAC victory against Wilmington. They were riding a 2-game losing streak, so that was a big one to kind of get the confidence back up, and hopefully the team can keep it up here tonight, make it 2 in a row to start their OAC slate. We're going to take a short break here on the live stream for the national anthem, but we'll be back for starting lineups here momentarily between Mount Union and Muskingum. And we are back here on the women's basketball live stream, getting you ready for tonight's matchup between the Muskingum Muskies and your Mount Union Purple Raiders. First, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visiting Muskies, they are led by head coach Kelly Broderick. And their starting lineup consists of the junior guard from Southeast High School in Deerfield, Ohio, coming home for a little bit of a homecoming return. Number 1, Hallie Moorhead. The sophomore guard from Covington High School in Bradford, Ohio, number 14, Claudia Harrington. The sophomore guard from Edgewood High School in Trenton, Ohio, number 21, Lizzie Allen. The senior guard from Norwayne High School in Sterling, Ohio, number 22, Taylor DeMassimo. And lastly, rounding out that starting 5 is the junior forward from Norwayne High School in Sterling, Ohio, number 23, Caitlin DeMassimo. And now taking a look at the starting lineup for your Mount Union Purple Raiders. As always, they are led by head coach Susie Vanette. Their starting lineup consists of the junior guard from Akron-Buchtel High School in Akron, Ohio, number 0, Day-Day Nash. The freshman guard from Tuscaloosa Central Catholic High School in New Philadelphia, Ohio, number 3, Reese Triplett. The sophomore forward from Harrison Central High School in Cadiz, Ohio, number 12, Michaela Dunkel. The junior guard from Lake Catholic High School in Mentor, Ohio, number 25, Allie Hudick. And lastly, rounding out the starting 5 is the freshman from Marlington High School right here in Alliance, Ohio, number 33, Elizabeth Mason. We're getting set here for this matchup. Will, you brought up a great stat before we came on the air here. Mount Union, they've won 9 of the past 10 matchups against the Muskies, but are we expecting to see kind of a good battle here tonight, in your opinion?
I think it will be a good matchup. Both teams still early in this season, still only 1 game in the OAC under their belt, so.
Yeah, without a doubt, Purple Raiders in their all whites, the Muskies in their all reds. We are underway. Raiders win the tip and quickly take it down the floor here. Elizabeth Mason steps into a 3 at the top of the key, and she knocks it down. A quick 3 for Mount Union. So 3-0 here in favor of Mount Union after the freshman Elizabeth Mason gets on the scoreboard here. Raiders come out in a trap here. Down low inside they go. Quick shot here for the Muskies, and it's good. Getting to the rim right there, Caitlin DeMassimo gets the Muskies on the board. So 3-2 in favor of the Raiders. Day-Day Nash quickly down the floor, gets to the rim for 2. We're just 40 seconds into this one. The Raiders already on top 5-2. Muskingum quickly the other way. Very fast-paced start to the game. Lizzie Allen now, she looks to drive. She kicks it out to DeMassimo, now swings it over to Hallie Moorhead. Moorhead puts it on the deck, fires up a shot from the free throw line, and Muskingum makes it 5-4, courtesy of Hallie Moorhead.
Could be a high-scoring game if this pace continues.
Without a doubt, both teams coming out red hot here as Elizabeth Mason now goes down in the post, goes up for the shot, had it blocked. Out of bounds it goes. They'll say last off Dunkel, and it will be Muskingum basketball.
Hot start for the Purple Raiders. Good shot there from Mason to get that first bucket. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come. 1 of 1 from 3 so far.
As Muskingum will come the other way with it here. Claudia Harrington now on the perimeter. She swings it over to Taylor DeMassimo, puts it on the floor, looks to drive. A whistle, and Day-Day Nash stepped in the middle of that one, and she draws the charge, and it'll be Purple Raider basketball.
Great job by Nash getting in the way of that. Staying set, drawing the charge.
Yeah, definitely great job there by Day-Day. She really does a little bit of everything for this team and just putting her body on the line there, drawing the charge. Raiders have it the other way. It's Hudick now. Gives it over to Michaela Dunkel. She looks to go to work in the post, stumbles down to the ground, puts up a shot, and the Muskies will come away with it. Lizzie Allen now with it, gives it over to Moorhead. Moorhead now on the perimeter over to Caitlin DeMassimo. She drives, goes to the rim for 2, and Caitlin's got 4 quick points. The Muskies on top 6-5. Across court they go here. Reese Triplett now with it. She puts it on the floor, swings it over to Nash. Thought about the 3, now swings it over around the perimeter to Mason. Mason now gives it over to Dunkel. Dunkel right back up top, Reese Triplett. Day-Day now with it. She fires up a 3. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Moorhead. So Moorhead now swings it over to DeMassimo. She puts it on the floor here once again. Now hands it off on the perimeter. It's a shot from DeMassimo. Taylor DeMassimo this time. She gets to the rim for 2. 8-5 Muskingum. At the other end, Purple Raiders just able to keep it in bounds here with Elizabeth Mason. She gives it over now up top to Hudick. Hudick now on the floor, swings it over to Nash. Nash tried to get it inside to Dunkel. Had it tipped right back to her though, and Day draws another personal. This time it's going to go on Caitlin DeMassimo, her first team second.
8 points already for Muskingum in the first 3 minutes. Pretty sure all of those have been in the paint, so Mount Union going to have to be more physical there and stop allowing them those easy baskets.
So Muskies are a perfect 4 for 4 from the floor as Day once again is going to draw a personal here. She drives to the rim, drew the personal there on Claudia Harrington. That'll be her first team's third. Day to the line for 2. At that last stoppage in play, Sierra Schlosser checks in for the first time here tonight, as does the freshman forward, Brooklyn Mosher.
Nice start for Nash. She's got 2 points and 2 free throws.
Day-Day's first free throw is up and off the front of the rim, no good. So score will remain 8-5.
She's also got an assist and drew that charge earlier in the game, so playing well on both sides of the ball.
Second free throw for Day is up and good. She's got 3 points now. It's 8-6 in favor of the Muskies. Raiders coming out in a 2-1-2 press here. Trying to catch the Muskies off guard. Lizzie Allen now drives, tries to get it down low to Moorhead. Raiders nearly come up with the steal. Schlosser now down on the ground. Gets tangled up there with the Muskies. It's a jump ball possession now in favor of Muskingum, but nice hustle there from Schlosser. And Mount Union will have another substitution here. Number 2, Addie Mucci will come in here for the first time tonight. As up top they go here to DeMassimo. DeMassimo drives past Mosher, gets to the rim for 2. Caitlin DeMassimo's off to a fast start. She's got 6 points. So at the other end, Schlosser now kicks it out to Mosher. Mosher puts it on the floor, swings it over to Hudick. Hudick now over to Schlosser, trying to get it down low inside to Mosher, but it's a kick ball. Raiders will maintain the possession here. So Addie Mucci will inbound it. And Mucci needs to get the ball in here, gives it over to Hudick. Hudick now swings it over to Triplett. Triplett steps into a 3. It's too strong, no good. Nearly got her own miss though, but Moorhead comes up with it. So here comes Claudia Harrington the other way. Pulls it out, now gives it over to DeMassimo. DeMassimo that time can't quite get it to go. Rebound Triplett.
Great defending there by Hudick, not allowing the Muskingum player into the lane.
Hudick now on the perimeter, gives it over to Mucci. Mucci steps into a 3 and she knocked it down. Addie Mucci from downtown makes it 10-9. Hallie Moorhead now with it. She'll swing it over to Harrington. Harrington tries to get in the high post to DeMassimo. And Caitlin will draw the personal here. That foul going on Brooklyn Mosher, her first, team's first. As Lily Sweeney and Haley Haywood check in here for the first time tonight for Mount Union. Off the inbound, DeMassimo will give it over to her sister Taylor. And now Harrington feeds it down low inside to Caitlin DeMassimo. She goes to the rim for 2, gets it to go. 8 points now for Caitlin DeMassimo. It's 12-9. Up top here, Brooklyn Mosher with it. Swings it over to Schlosser. Schlosser now gives it over to Haley Haywood on the perimeter. Haywood back over to Mucci. Mucci looking where to go with it, swings it right back over to Haywood. Haywood now down low inside, gives over to Schlosser. She goes to the rim for 2. Sierra Schlosser with a strong move. So it's 12-11 Muskingum here, halfway through this first quarter. Harrington swings out to Moorhead. She steps into a corner 3, in and out, no good. Harrington, though, on the offensive board, gets it to go. (14-11) in favor of the visiting Muskies. And Schlosser now with it. She swings it over to Haywood. That's a deep 2. That one's no good. Fight for the board. Say it's last off Schlosser, and it will be Muskingum basketball.
Caitlin DeMassimo already in this game with 8 points. We're only just about 5 minutes into this game. She's already halfway to her average on the season, so the Purple Raiders are going to have to find a way to stop her.
Without a doubt, Caitlin is the team leader, averaging 16.5 points per game here this season. Elizabeth Mason, Michaela Dunkelcheck back in here for Mount Union. And for Muskingum, number 12, Tori Jones checks in for the first time here tonight. Harrington now with it on the perimeter, defended closely by Mason. She gives it over to Moorhead. Moorhead drives and kicks it out to the open Lizzie Allen for three. That one's no good. Rebound Dunkel. Raiders pushing the pace here. Lily Sweeney will swing it over to Mucci. Now up top here, Elizabeth Mason. Mason swings up top to Dunkel. She thought about the three, now instead gives it over to Mucci. Mucci with 15 on the shot clock, gives it back over here to Mason, puts it on the floor, swings it out to Haywood. Haywood drives baseline back over to Mason. 7 seconds on the shot clock now as Mucci looks to drive and need to get a shot up here. It's over to Dunkel for the three, too strong. Good defense there by the Muskies. Allen now gives it over to Moorhead. She drives, kicks it out to DeMassimo. DeMassimo once again looking to drive. This time kicks it out to Allen, steps into the corner three, and it's nothing but net. Lizzie Allen makes it 17-11. Lily Sweeney now with it. Up top, Addie Mucci. Mucci at the Mount Union logo, swings it over to Haywood. Haywood now gives it over to Dunkel. Dunkel looks to drive. Got the defender on the ground, but couldn't finish the shot. And miss here will go to Muskingum. So the Muskies with it here on top, 17-11 in this one. Moorhead swings it over here, Claudia Harrington. Harrington thought about the shot, now gives it over to Allen. Allen now trying to get past Elizabeth Mason. Gives it down low inside to DeMassimo. DeMassimo goes up for the shot, can't get that one to go. Nice defense from Dunkel. Mucci now with it, driving coast to coast, gives it over to Elizabeth Mason, a beautiful feed, and Mason will have an and one opportunity upcoming as she draws the personal and is heading to the line for one more.
Great job by Mason there. Bringing the ball in, staying composed, going up with the shot, making it now with the free throw.
As Abby Boeing and Taylor DeMassimo check back in here from Muskingum. Allie Hudick, Reese Triplett, Day Nash back out on the floor for the Raiders. Mount Union with their starting five here as Mason gets the and one. She's got 6 points now. It's 17-14. The Raiders cutting into that deficit. Tori Jones now with it. She drives, gives over to DeMassimo. Now over here to Moorhead. Nice move by her, but Elizabeth Mason got in the passing lane, knocked it out of bounds. Will remain Muskingum ball. So 15 seconds on the shot clock, 2:23 remaining here in this first quarter. Mason once again knocks that ball out of bounds, so the Muskies will do it all over again. Elizabeth Mason very active so far here tonight. Now off the inbound, it's Tori Jones with it. Jones here at the Mount Union logo, looking to drive. Now steps into an open mid-range, and it's nothing but net. Tori Jones off the bench makes it 19-14.
Nice shot there from Muskingum, but it looks like the Purple Raiders have settled into this game a little bit more defensively. Look to be playing a little more physical and more confident in how they're defending.
It's Triplett now, swings it over to Dunkel. Dunkel gives it down low inside to Hudick. Hudick gets the shot to go from the block. Credit the feed there from Michaela Dunkel. So 19-16, Raiders nearly come away with the steal here off the press. It's Taylor DeMassimo now, giving it up on the perimeter to Moorhead. Moorhead slowing things down here now for the Muskies. As she drives, steps into a shot from the free throw line, no good. Rebound Day. Day pushes it up the floor here to Hudick. Hudick steps into a mid-range, and it's nothing but net. Back-to-back buckets from Allie Hudick, makes it 19-18.
Beautiful shot from Hudick, able to stop on a dime, pull up, take that shot. Nothing but net.
It's at the other end. Lizzie Allen drives, goes up for the shot, draws the personal. I do believe they'll wave the basket off, though.
Foul was on the floor.
So it'll be on Michaela Dunkel, her first, team second. Off the inbound here, it's Allie Boeing. Gives over to DeMassimo. DeMassimo thought about the three, now gives over to Moorhead. Moorhead, she puts on the floor, looks to drive, goes up to the rim, draws the personal. That one's going on Michaela Dunkel as well. So 2 quick fouls there for Michaela. And with 58 seconds left to go in the quarter, Hallie Moorhead to the line for 2. So Dunkel will take a seat with those 2 fouls. And number 15, Grace Wolf, the freshman from West Geauga High School in Kirtland, Ohio, checking in for the first time here tonight for Mount Union. Moorhead's first free throw is up and good. Again, kind of a homecoming of some sorts here for Hallie Moorhead. She's from nearby Deerfield, Ohio. Went to Southeast High School. Just about 15 minutes down the road here from Mount Union. Second free throw is up and good. So Moorhead makes it 21-18 Muskingum. The Raiders looking to cut the deficit to 1 or tie it up here with less than a minute to go in the quarter. Day now with it. She gives it over up top to Elizabeth Mason. Now over to Hudick. Hudick looks to drive, picks up her dribble, swings it back out up top. Triplett. Triplett gives it over to Wolf at the post. Wolf going to work, gets to the rim for 2. Fresh off the bench, Grace Wolf for 2.
Great post moves from Wolf there. Nice job by her, able to find room to take the shot. Shot finds the back of the net.
Raiders nearly forcing another turnover here, but the Muskies are able to get it across half court. It's about a 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock here. Just 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. Tori Jones now looks to drive here on Nash. Swings over to an open Lizzie Allen for 3 and nothing but net again. 24-20, 5 seconds here for Mount Union to get up one final shot. Day fires it up from half court, nearly got it to go. Rebound to the Muskies. That'll do it in a high-scoring first quarter here from Alliance, Ohio. Mount Union on top, or Mount Union trailing, my apologies, 24-20 in this one. Will, very exciting quarter if you're an offensive fan. What are your thoughts there, man, on that first quarter?
Both teams really playing well offensively. I don't even really feel like there's been bad defense played by those teams. Just incredible shot making. Both teams shooting above 50%. Muskingum shooting 67%. Mount Union shooting 53%. Really just a great first quarter of basketball. Mount Union trailing by 4, but they've been playing pretty well. They got their composure about halfway through that first quarter defensively. DeMassimo had a hot start, scoring 8 points, and it seems like Purple Raiders started to be able to contain her, and just a really close matchup so far. We'll see if either of these teams will be able to keep up this hot shooting and incredible playmaking. Excited for the rest of this game.
You and me both, partner, as it's been a fun one here so far. A big offensive display. Caitlin DeMassimo, like how you mentioned, she had 8 points in that first quarter to lead all scores. Lizzie Allen for Muskingum knocked down 2 3-pointers, and so she has 6 points in the game. Mount Union led in that first quarter by Elizabeth Mason, who finished with 6 points in the quarter. We're getting set here for second quarter action. Reset the lineups here for your Purple Raiders. It'll be Elizabeth Mason, Day Nash, Allie Hudick, Grace Wolf, as well as Reese Triplett out on the floor here for the Purple Raiders. And for Muskingum, both Caitlin and Taylor DeMassimo out on the floor here. Tori Jones will be out there, as well as Lizzie Allen and Hallie Moorhead. So Purple Raiders have it here. Mason nearly loses the possession, but we have a whistle, and she draws the personal. It's a reach-in foul going on Tori Jones, her first, team's first.
Another interesting fact about that first quarter, Muskingum only played 7 players. Mount Union played 11 different players in that first quarter. We'll see if Muskingum uses their bench a bit more.
That's a great stat right there, as Day Nash now with it on the perimeter, defended by Jones. She looks to drive, gets to the rim, draws a crowd, and we'll actually say jump ball possession arrow in favor of the Muskies. So we'll be Muskingum ball. And the referees, they signaled Muskingum ball, yet Mount Union was almost about to take it out right there. Luckily, they were able to catch their mistake, and it will be Muskingum ball now.
Purple Raiders pressing again off of the inbound.
It's Hallie Moorhead now with it on the perimeter. She drives, Gives it over to DeMassimo. They swing it around the perimeter to Allen. Allen with the great extra pass to Taylor DeMassimo in the corner for three. That one's short. Rebound, Reese Triplett.
Nice pass from Allen. Just unfortunate the shot didn't fall for Muskingum.
Hudick now with it. She steps into a three at the other end, and Allie Hudick is red hot. She's got 7 points now to lead the Raiders. It's 24-23.
Hudick hasn't missed today. That's 3 for 3 from her. Her first three and her first make from three.
What a start there for Allie. She nearly comes away with the steal at the other end. Lizzie Allen now with it. She tries to drive past Mason, now gets into the lane, gives it over to Jones. Jones now over to Taylor DeMassimo, steps into a shot, no good. Rebound Triplett, the Raiders can take the lead here. Triplett's pass knocked out of bounds here by Lizzie Allen, will remain Purple Raider basketball. Elizabeth Mason will take a seat. Sierra Schlosser back into the ball game here for Mount Union. Raiders will also have another late substitution here as well. Brooklyn Mosher back into the ball game here. Grace Wolf takes a seat. So Triplett inbounds it here to Day Day. Up top, Brooklyn Mosher. She hands it off to Triplett on the perimeter. Triplett looks to drive, draws a crowd, now swings it over to Nash for three, and Day Day gives the Raiders the lead as it's 26-24 as she hits from downtown. At the other end, Raiders nearly come away with another steal. This defensive pressure really getting to the Muskies now. DeMassimo steps into a three, can't get it to go. Out of bounds it goes off of Moorhead. Purple Raiders with all the momentum here. They scored the first 6 points of the second quarter.
Great start to the second quarter for the Purple Raiders. Continuing the shot making. Muskingum hasn't been able to keep up early in the second quarter, but still 8 minutes left in the first half.
Courtney Hivik checks in for the first time here tonight for the Muskies, as the Raiders looking to add on to this quick 6-0 run here. Hudick now with it. She steps into another three. Why not? Allie Hudick, give him the shoulder shrug. 10 points now. It's 29-24.
She remains perfect from the field. 4 of 4, 2 of 2 from three. Incredible shot making from her.
She's feeling it so far here tonight. DeMassimo swings it out up top to Jones. She steps into a three. A big response there. Tori Jones makes it 29-27.
Tori Jones, despite not having started a game so far this season, is their third leading scorer.
As at the other end, a beautiful give-and-go action between Schlosser and Triplett as Reese Triplett gets to the rim for two. 31-27, Raider offense clicking now. Lizzie Allen now with it. She swings over in the corner. Tori Jones pump fakes, drives. Nice extra pass down low to Caitlin DeMassimo. Now up top to Allen for three. And it's raining buckets here in the MAC now as Lizzie Allen makes it 31-30 Mount Union.
Nice offensive possession there from Muskingum. They beat the press well.
Hudick with the heat check. It was in and out 3/4 of the way down. But it will be Muskingum basketball here. Allie Hudick, though, what a start for her. Lizzie Allen now with it. Gives it over to Jones. Now hands it off Taylor DeMassimo. Over in the corner to Allen. Allen will drive. Now looks to step back. Drives once again. Kicks it out to DeMassimo. Extra pass over to Jones. Does she have another one? That one's no good this time. Long rebound, though, is going to be tracked down by the Muskies. Reset shot clock here. Lizzie Allen now with it. And Muskingum going to get into a set play here. Allen now looks to drive, kicks it back out up top. Caitlin DeMassimo for three. That's no good. Day Day comes up with the board for the Raiders. Nash now with it, gives it over here to Hudick. Hudick cross court to Schlosser. Schlosser now gives it up to Day Day Nash. Nash looking where to go with it, gives it over to Mosher. We have a whistle here away from the ball. It's going to be a foul going on Courtney Hivik. It's going to be her first, team's second. And so it'll be Purple Raider basketball side out of bounds.
Brooklyn Mosher, despite not starting the game, has done an excellent job defensively guarding Caitlin DeMassimo. I believe she came into the game for that specific reason, to be the defensive help on DeMassimo, and she's done an excellent job completely denying Massimo the ball anywhere inside the three-point line.
Without a doubt, as Tess Conroy, she's checked in for the first time tonight for the Purple Raiders. She checks up a three, can't quite get it to go. Offensive rebound to Elizabeth Mason, who just checked back into the game as well. And she's going to draw the personal blocking foul. It's going to go on Caitlin DeMassimo. It's going to be her second personal foul now. Third team foul of the quarter. Addie Mucci and Haley Haywood also checked back in for the Purple Raiders that last stoppage. Claudia Harrington checked back in here for the Muskies. As Mucci swings it over to Conroy. Conroy gives it up down low inside to Mason. She draws the double team. There will be a jump ball this time. Possession arrow in favor of Mount Union. And DeMassimo is going to take a seat with those two personal fouls now. And Abby Boeing checks back in here for Muskingum. Haywood tries to inbound it to Mosher, knocked out of bounds by Muskingum. The Raiders once again will inbound it here. 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Got to get a play off quick here. Just 8 seconds to make something happen.
Here off the inbound, they give it over to Mason. Mason goes to the rim for two. Can't quite get it to go. Rebound to Harrington. Muskies trying to regain the lead here. They trail by one, 31-30. As Harrington gives it over to DeMassimo. Now up top to Moorhead. Back over to Harrington. Harrington drives on Mason, gets to the rim for two, and the Muskies regain the lead, 32-31. It's at the other end. Conroy steps into a deep three. That's short. A rebound here to Muskingum. They have the numbers on the break. As to the rim for two, coast to coast, it's Courtney Hivik. She faked the pass, froze the defense for a second, and gives the Muskies a 3-point lead. Conroy now with it. Cross court over to Mosher. She steps into a three. That one's no good. Raiders starting to cool off a little bit from downtown now. As the rebound to DeMassimo. Moorhead swings it over here to Harrington. Harrington looks to drive, kicks it over in the corner. Hivik now looks to drive, draws the double. Mucci came away with the steal. Great defense there from Addie. Elizabeth Mason now with it. She gives it up to Haywood, right back to Mason. Drew the double, now gives it over to Mucci. Mucci now draws the double team. Gives it over to Mosher, the wide open mid-range. She just couldn't hit it. Rebound to Muskingum.
Mount Union has to compose themselves. Seem to be a little out of control of the game. Muskingum taking back control a little bit now that they're up 3.
This is a 7-0 Muskie run. As Hivik gives it over here to Holly Moorhead. Moorhead looks to drive. We have a whistle. And I believe they're going to get, yes, they'll get Mucci with the blocking foul. Looked like a bang-bang play. Could have went either way. But Addie Mucci gets called for the block. Her first, team's first. Reese Triplett, Day-Day Nash, Grace Wolf back into the ballgame for Mount Union, as is Allie Udick.
Great time to bring those players back in for the Purple Raiders, as it seemed like they were kind of losing control of the game a little bit.
So 3:42 left to go here in this first half. Mount Union trailing 34-31. As DeMassimo kicks it out up top to Jones. Jones, extra pass to Harrington. She steps into a three. In and out, no good. Rebound Triplett. So Triplett gives it over to Mason. Around the perimeter here to Day-Day. Day-Day now swings it over to Hudick. She steps into another three. That time it's no good. Fight for the rebound. Nash is on the ground. Somehow comes away with it for the Purple Raiders. Into the hands of Triplett now. And Reese drives to the rim and draws the personal. Great hustle from Day-Day Nash, and Reese Triplett's heading to the line for two, fouling Abby Bowen.
Triplett shooting 90% on the year from the line.
She's been very reliable all season long here in her freshman year. Team leader at 11 points per game. First free throw is up and good. Lizzie Allen checks back into the ballgame here for the Muskies as well. And Triplett continues her great free throw shooting numbers. It's got 4 points now. It's 34-33. It's Harrington nearly came up with the travel. Now Moorhead at the other end looks to drive. Kicks out to an open Tori Jones for three. And she gets it to go. Great ball movement there. It's 37-33. Coming the other way with it, Triplett gets it into the hands of Claudia Harrington. So the Muskies come up with the steal. Harrington drives, kicks it out to Moorhead. She puts it on the floor, goes up and under, but that one's going to be blocked by Mason. Out of bounds it goes. Nice play there from Elizabeth. And it will remain Muskingum basketball. As Mackenzie Linscott checks in for the first time here tonight for the Muskies. As Claudia Harrington gives it over to Linscott. Now over here to Moorhead. Moorhead drives, kicks it out to Allen. Allen fakes the handoff, now fires up a mid-range. Can't get it to go. Linscott, though, offensive rebound, but threw it to the invisible man. Out of bounds it goes. It will be Purple Raider basketball.
Nice defending there by Mount Union. Hopefully they can do something offensively here, bring it to being a one-score game.
The Raiders were off to a hot start in the second quarter, but have cooled down just a little. Elizabeth Mason now with it, gives it over to Day Nash. Sets the screen now for Day. She swings it over to Wolf. Around the perimeter they go here to Reese Triplett. Triplett up top to Mason, but Mason drew the personal. It's going to be a reach-in foul on Lizzie Allen. It's going to be her first penalty situation. Elizabeth Mason to the line for 2.
Both teams still shooting very well. Cooled off a little bit, but Muskingum 53%, Mount Union 46% from the field.
Very respectable shooting numbers there as Mason gets the first free throw to go. 37-34, Brooklyn Mosher as well as Haley Haywood check back in here for the Purple Raiders. And Taylor DeMassimo back in here for the Muskies as Mason gets them both to go. She's got 8 points now, 37-35 Muskingum. Raiders now in a 1-2-2 zone here. As Moorhead will swing it over to Jones, back over to Moorhead. She puts it on the floor, kicks it over to Allen. Allen steps into the 3, no good. Rebound Elizabeth Mason. Raiders can tie or take the lead here. As Mason brings it up the floor, gives it over to Day. Day from the Mount Union logo now. We'll swing this over to Haley Haywood. Haywood up top to Hudick. Hudick now over to Mason. Down low inside. Great extra pass. Haywood just couldn't finish. Rebound to the Muskies.
Nice possession there by the Purple Raiders. Got a good shot. Just unfortunate that it didn't fall.
So Moorhead now with it. She swings it out up top to Jones. Jones right back to Moorhead. She'll drive. Kick it out here to Taylor DeMassimo. Steps into the 3. No good. Rebound Elizabeth Mason. Again, the Raiders can tie or take the lead here with just a minute to go in the half. Mason drives, but shuffled her shoes. It's a turnover here on the travel, and it will be Muskingum ball. So now 58 seconds left to go in the half. 37-35 Muskingum. A very competitive and very fun first half here in Alliance, Ohio. Tori Jones now with it. Kicks it over to Allen. Allen now gives it back up to Jones. She pump fakes. Kicks it right back over to Allen. Now over to Moorhead in the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock here now as Moorhead gives it over to Linscott. Linscott over to Jones. Now over to Moorhead once again. 3 seconds. Goes up for the shot, but she traveled. Raiders with great defense here, and they'll hold it for one final shot.
0.2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
So the Raiders here can take their time on this possession to once again try to tie this one up or take the lead courtesy of a 3-ball. Elizabeth Mason now with it. She hands it off to Day. Nash now with 10 seconds left. Gives over to Hudick. Hudick tried to get it to Mosher, but that one's taken away. Muskies now with it with 5 seconds left to go in the half. Tori Jones thought about the 3, now kicks it over to Moorhead for 3. That one's no good. Rebound Haley Haywood. That'll do it for a very competitive first half here in Alliance, Ohio. At the halftime break, the Muskingum Muskies on top, 37-35 here. Will, great first half from both teams. What are your overall thoughts, man, on that first half?
Really just a great game from both teams. Both teams shooting really well. Both teams also playing pretty good defensively. Pretty even stat line from both of these teams. Neither team really able to pull away from the other one. This one probably won't be decided until late, so looking forward to a great second half.
Yeah, without a doubt, Muskingum outscored Mount Union 24-20 in that first quarter. Raiders came back, outscored the Muskies 15-13 in the second quarter to make it a 2-point ball game, 2-point lead for the Muskies at the halftime break. For Muskingum, they're led by Lizzie Allen, who has 9 points. Caitlin DeMassimo with 8. For Mount Union, Allie Hudick leads the way with a game-high 10 points. Elizabeth Mason has 8. We're going to take a short break here on the live stream for halftime. We'll be back for second half action between Mount Union and Muskingum. And we are back here at the MAC, getting ready for second half action between your Mountain Union Purple Raiders and the Muskingum Muskies. Very competitive first half. Muskingum on top, 37-35 here at the halftime break. Again, my name is Jacob Batar. Alongside me up here is my friend Will Moyer. And Will, really competitive first half. A lot of really good play from the offensive side of the ball, really from both squads. What were some stats that kind of stood out to you in that first half? That's really kind of been the difference here so far in this one.
Well, Allie Hudik got off to a great start, 4 of 4 from the field and 2 of 4 from 3. She missed her last 2 shots of the first half, but she was a real difference maker, especially early in that second quarter, giving the Purple Raiders the lead, and she's played very well so far. And I think in the second quarter, the Purple Raiders played pretty good defense despite the great shot making from Muskingum. They have slowed down the great scores from Muskingum, like Caitlin DeMassimo. She had 8 points early in the game, and then didn't score a single point in the second quarter. So I think Mountain Union's done a good job defensively. It's really either team's game now. Both teams show that they can win this game.
Yeah, for sure. Couldn't agree with you more on that one. I love how you touched on the defense right there. In that second quarter, Mountain Union held Muskingum to just 31% overall from the floor, 27% from downtown. Now that's compared to 67% shooting in that first quarter for Muskingum and 50% from downtown. So definitely they made some adjustments defensively. Now Mountain Union just kind of got to piece it together on offense, because 31% is what they allowed in that second quarter, but the Purple Raiders shooting just 33% in that second quarter. Definitely got to pick up the offense just a little bit here, but it's still very much anybody's game here so far. So it will be the starters for both squads out on the floor here for Muskingum: Hallie Moorhead, Claudia Harrington, Lizzie Allen, and Taylor and Caitlin DeMassimo. For Mountain Union, Allie Hudik, Day Nash, Michaela Dunkel, Elizabeth Mason, and Reese Triplett. As 10 seconds into the half, we already have our first whistle. It's going to be a foul going here on Caitlin DeMassimo. That's a big one. That's her third personal foul now. First team foul of the quarter.
The only noticeable difference between the two teams in the first half really was fouls, because Muskingum had 9 personal fouls in the first half, as Mountain Union had just 4. So Mountain Union could look to continue that, get in the bonus, and hit their free throws.
Without a doubt, as the Raiders turned the ball over here on their first possession of the second half. Mountain Union was 6 for 7 from the free throw line in that first half as well. Muskingum made their only 2 free throws as Caitlin DeMassimo gets to the rim for 2. DeMassimo now in double figures, 10 points, 39-35. Hudik now at the other end, steps into an open mid-range and gets it to go. Allie Hudik, 12 points, 39-37.
If she can keep hitting her shots, she could be a real difference maker in this game. 12 points from her already.
Definitely been a big game here from Allie, as Lizzie Allen now, she will drive, kick it out to DeMassimo. Now back over to DeMassimo here once again. Caitlin's shot is no good. A rebound to Michaela Dunkel. Raiders can tie or take the lead here as Reese Triplett now with it. Wants to feed it down low inside to Mason, gets it to her, trying to get it back to Triplett, but it's going to be a backcourt violation. Just a little bit of a miscommunication there. Ball goes back to Muskingum. Substitutions here. Brooklyn Mosher checks in for Mountain Union. And for Muskingum, it'll be Mackenzie Linscott checking in for DeMassimo. She'll take a seat with those 3 fouls. Claudia Harrington now gives it up top to Moorhead. Moorhead now swings it over to Allen. Allen puts it on the floor. Nice spin move into the paint. Gives it over here to Harrington. Gets to the rim for 2. 41-37 Muskingum. Down low inside, a great pass to Elizabeth Mason. Sealed off the defender and gets to the rim for 2.
Excellent pass there from Hudik. Lobbing that in just perfectly for Mason. It's Mason's 10th point of the game, and that's the 2nd assist of the game for Hudik.
As at the other end, a good response there from Muskingum. Taylor DeMassimo gets it to go from downtown. 44-39 at the other end. Triplett goes up for the layup. Has it blocked though by Harrington. Will remain Purple Raider basketball here. Day will inbound it to Mason. Now gives over to Mosher. Nice pump fake. Gets to the rim for 2. Couldn't quite finish. Fight for the board. They'll say it's last off Muskingum. Will remain Mount Union basketball. Day on the inbound, gets it to Reese Triplett. Now over here to Hudick. Up top, Elizabeth Mason. Mason now will swing it over to Reese Triplett. She puts it on the floor, gives it over down low inside to Mosher, and Mosher to the rim for two. 44-41, Mosher on the board here with her first 2 points. It's Claudia Harrington now with it. Defended by Reese Triplett. She'll now swing it over to Linscott. Linscott over to Moorhead. Around they go here. Lizzie Allen now with it. Allen swings it back over to Linscott. 5 on the shot clock. Back to Allen. She looks to drive with 2 seconds. 1 second, and they just simply lost track of the shot clock. That shot's no good. It's a shot clock violation. Great defense by Mount Union.
Good team defense by the Purple Raiders there. Now they're only down 3. Could look to tie it or bring it down to 1 point.
As Sierra Schlosser checks back in here for the Purple Raiders. Elizabeth Mason takes a seat. They had a little bit of a shot clock issue. So they'll add 4 seconds back onto the game clock here with 6:50 left to go in the third quarter now. Day will have it. She gives it out up top here to Schlosser. Down low inside to Mosher, and back-to-back baskets here from Brooklyn Mosher. 44-43. DeMassimo now gets into the paint, kicks it out to Harrington. She will drive, kicks it over to Allen. Allen now drives here on Hudick, steps back, kicks it out to Moorhead. Moorhead now, extra pass to Claudia Harrington for 3, but it's a whistle, and Day drew the charge for the second time tonight. Foul on Moorhead, her second, but Day Nash, second charge she's drawn here this evening.
On that last offensive possession for the Purple Raiders, Mosher hit that layup. She had no points in the first half, 4 points so far early in the second half. She's contributing now on both sides of the ball, which is going to be huge for the Purple Raiders.
Without a doubt, as the Raiders turn the ball over here, Harrington at the other end goes up for the shot, can't get it to go, rebound Mosher. Raiders looking to take the lead here with 5:56 left to go in the third quarter. Day now on the perimeter, she steps into a 3 at the top of the key, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound to Moorhead. Moorhead now gives it over to Allen. She thought about the 3. Extra pass over to DeMassimo. Beautiful basketball as Moorhead now steps into the 3. That one's short. Offensive board, Lizzie Allen. She gets it right back to Moorhead. Moorhead will be defended by Hudick. Picks up her dribble. Kicks it over here to Linscott. Now over to DeMassimo. Down low inside to Linscott. Linscott looking to go to work. Goes up for 2. Can't quite get it to go. Harrington nearly kept the possession alive, but out of bounds here to Mount Union.
Great team defending there by the Purple Raiders. Looked like they were switching on everything, and it was working well. Really good defense from them on that possession. Could look to take the lead now on this possession here.
As it will be Addie Mucci checking back in here for Mount Union, as will Haley Haywood. For Muskingum, Tori Jones back into the ball game here, as well as Abby Boeing. Mosher now gets into the paint, draws a double team, it goes up and under and gets to the rim for 2. Mosher, she's having herself a great third quarter. She's got 6 points, 44-45 in favor of the Purple Raiders.
All 6 of her points in this third quarter. She's had a great quarter so far. Still just under 5 minutes remaining as in the third quarter.
At the other end, Mucci comes up with the steal, gives it over to Hudick. Hudick now steps into the mid-range, that's short. Mucci nearly came up with the offensive rebound. We have a whistle. Foul going on the Purple Raiders. As the foul's going to go on Haley Haywood. So it'll be her first, team's first of the quarter.
Nice shot from Hudick there, but really it's a really tough shot to make there. That pull-up just inside of the free throw line. Kind of an awkward shot. Not sure if you want to put it off the glass or just put it in the rim.
It's Harrington at the other end, misses the shot, grabs her own miss though, kicks out to Moorhead for 3, no good. Harrington remaining active on the offensive glass. couldn't quite grab the rebound. Out of bounds to the Purple Raiders. Elizabeth Mason, Lily Sweeney back in here for Mount Union. So 4:16 left to go, third quarter. Purple Raiders on top by one, 45-44. Mucci kicks it over here now to Haley Haywood. Now up top to Mosher. Mosher looking to go to work in the post, goes up for the shot, couldn't get it to go. Rebounded Muskingum. So the Muskies now trying to regain the lead. It's Harrington at the Mount Union logo. Kicks it over to Jones. Jones takes a screen from Boeing. Now she looks to drive. Kicks it out to Moorhead. Thought about the three. Now puts it on the floor. Swings it out up top to Harrington. Harrington trying to put the moves here on Sweeney. Backs her down in the post. Just 3 seconds, 2 seconds for Harrington. Couldn't quite get it to go. Grabbed her own miss though. Harrington very active on the offensive glass here in this quarter. Jump ball possession arrow in favor of Muskingum.
Muskingum has been very good at getting offensive rebounds in this quarter. Mount Union kind of losing their opposing players. Got to take control of that. Box out and get the defensive rebounds because that can make a huge difference in a close game like this.
As Taylor DeMassimo will check back in here for Muskingum, as will Caitlin DeMassimo playing with those 3 fouls. Michaela Dunkel back in here now for Mount Union. Down low inside they'll go to Caitlin DeMassimo. Backing down Dunkel. Goes to the rim for 2. Gets it to go. The friendly bounce off the rim and in. 46-45. Dunkel now with it. Gives it down low inside to Mason. She looks to go to work in the post. Goes up for the shot. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound Harrington. Harrington on the break. Kicks it over to Moorhead. Now over to Jones. Jones pump fakes. Gets a spin move. Tries to get it over to DeMassimo, but Haywood nearly came away with the steal. A whistle. Haley's going to be called for his second personal foul now. Second team foul of the quarter.
Nice hustle, but unfortunately the foul is called. Muskingum now will have the ball, 20 seconds. Still on the shot clock.
2:54 remaining here in this third quarter as Tori Jones now gives it over to Moorhead. Moorhead right back to Jones. Nice action right there. A whistle. It's going to be another foul going on the Purple Raiders. And it's going to go on Haley Haywood once again. Her third, team's third. Tori Jones will shoot 2. And Haywood will take a seat. Reese Triplett back in the ballgame. Tori Jones' first free throw is up and good. 47-45 Muskingum. And Jones' second free throw is up and good. She's got 8 points off the Muskingum bench. 48-45. Triplett now with it. Picks up her dribble. Cross court over to Addie Mucci. Now right back to Reese. She gives it up here to Elizabeth Mason. Now up top, Lily Sweeney steps into the open 3. Gets it to go. All around the rim it goes. Lily Sweeney ties it up at 48. So Mount Union ties things up here as Claudia Harrington now kicks it over to Jones. Jones has it taken away right there by Sweeney. Dunkel ahead of the pack. Gets to the rim but has it blocked from behind by Claudia Harrington. Will be Purple Raider basketball. Referee's talking something over here. And it could be they might be going to the video replay or no. It's a clock malfunction. They reset the shot clock. Now they'll put it back to 26 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound here to Reese Triplett. Triplett kicks it out up top here to Mucci. She steps into a 3. Can't get that one to go. Offensive rebound though. Michaela Dunkel gives the Raiders a 2-point lead.
Great job by Dunkel getting that offensive rebound. Purple Raiders now with the lead.
50-48, Taylor DeMassimo over to Moorhead. Moorhead now swings it around Tori Jones. Jones gives it out up top to Harrington. Now down low inside, Caitlin DeMassimo goes to work. Gets to the rim for two. Dunkel down on the ground there. She's able to get back up though. Ties things up at 50. Out of bounds, it will remain Purple Raider basketball.
Still neither team able to pull away in this game. One team hits a shot, the other team answers. Just a really close game so far.
So Lizzie Allen back in here now for Muskingum. Minute 29 left to go in this third quarter. Great matchup here tonight. All tied up at 50. Dunkel gives it over to Triplett. She steps into a three. Around the rim and in. Reese Triplett from downtown gives the Raiders back the lead, 53-50.
First three of the game for Triplett. She hasn't had her best game offensively, but hopefully she can start getting it going.
7 points now for Reese Jones. The extra pass. Great ball movement here to Allen for the open three. She couldn't hit it. Rebound Dunkel. Has a pass taken away by Harrington. So the Muskies regain the possession here. As Lizzie Allen now with it. Lizzie Allen looks to drive here on Sweeney. Now gives it over to Caitlin DeMassimo. DeMassimo goes to the rim for two, and she draws the whistle. We'll see who they get on the foul there. She drew the double team between Dunkel and Addie Mukshi. And it looks like they will get Dunkel for her third personal foul, fourth team foul of the quarter. Caitlin DeMassimo for two.
Unfortunate for Dunkel to get her third there. They'll have to watch that. Still just the third quarter, so she's obviously getting taken out of the game.
She will take a seat. Brookwood Mosher back into the ball game, as will Day Nash. She will return for Mount Union as well. It's Caitlin DeMassimo's first free throw is good. 53-51 Mount Union. Second free throw no good. So the Raiders will maintain a 2-point lead with 37 seconds left to go in the quarter. Day now with it. She gives it over to Elizabeth Mason. Mason looks to drive, goes to the rim for two, and she got it. Elizabeth Mason makes it 55-51.
Mason and Hudick both with 12 points for the Purple Raiders.
They've both been key contributors here tonight. The Muskies break the press. They can hold it for the final shot here with 8 seconds left to go in the quarter. Claudia Harrington now with 5 seconds left. Looking to get around Nash. She looks to drive into the paint. Tries to kick it out. Taken away by Elizabeth Mason. And that is how the third quarter will end here in Alliance, Ohio. Mount Union outscores Muskingum 20-14 in the quarter. They lead 55-51 heading into that fourth and final frame. Will, really, your thoughts there, man, on that third quarter?
Mount Union really took advantage, especially late in that third quarter, of Muskingum not being able to hit their shots, and Mount Union has been able to hit their shots. Still a very close game, but Mount Union with a 4-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. I think their defense in that third quarter was excellent. You could see it on that last possession there. Mosher denied the Muskingum player into the lane, and then Mason able to just grab the ball away. Great job from the Purple Raiders in that third quarter. Mason and Hudick leading scorers for the Purple Raiders, both with 12. Triplett also was able to hit her first three late in that third quarter. She can contribute a little bit more in this fourth quarter. That could be huge for the Purple Raiders and be the deciding factor.
Yeah, for sure. As like how we've touched on throughout this game, Mount Union in that first quarter allowed 67% shooting for Muskingum. Of course, in the second quarter, 31% for the Muskies. In this past third quarter, Muskies shot 39% from the floor. So again, another strong defensive quarter there for Mount Union. But what you really like to see, because Mount Union, they held them to just 31% shooting in the second quarter, only had shot 33% themselves. Well, they shot 53% from the floor in that third quarter, including 50% from downtown. Raider offense came to life. That's why they got a 4-point lead now.
And Mount Union now, so far in this game, is now leading in shot percentage.
It's been a great effort so far for the Purple Raiders. They'll look to close things out here as we get set in this fourth quarter. Reese Triplett now with it on the perimeter. She gives it over to Day Nash. Nash pump fakes. Now swings it right back over to Reese. 16 on the shot clock here for Triplett as she gives it down low inside to Mosher. Mosher looking to go to work, goes to the rim for two, and Brooklyn Mosher, 8 points all in this second half, 57-51.
Her main role in this game has been defending Caitlin DeMassimo, but in this second half, she's done a great job offensively.
Without a doubt, Mosher's been a key contributor off that Mount Union bench as DeMassimo now gets to the rim for two, can't get it to go. Rebound Elizabeth Mason. Mason pushes the pace, now gives it over to Triplett. Triplett gives it over to Mosher. Mosher looks to drive, gets to the rim for two, couldn't quite finish. Rebound to Caitlin DeMassimo. So Caitlin DeMassimo playing with those 3 fouls. For Mount Union, Haley Haywood and Michaela Dunkel, they're both on the bench. They also have 3 fouls here in this fourth quarter. As Claudia Harrington now looks to drive on Day Nash, gets to the rim here, fires up the shot, gets it to go. Claudia Harrington's got 8 points, 57-53. Day gives it over here to Brooklyn Mosher. And Caitlin DeMassimo kicks this ball away. Kickball violation. Raiders maintain the possession. Holly Moorhead back in here now for Muskingum.
Another big difference in this game is how Mount Union has utilized their bench, where for Muskingum, the only bench player that has played a lot of minutes for them is Tori Jones.
Elizabeth Mason gives it over to Mosher. Now over here to Allie Hudick. Hudick swings it over here to Triplett. Up top, Mason. Mason now with 9 seconds on the shot clock, gives it over to Mosher. Now up top, Day Nash, 6 seconds left. She drives into the lane, lost the handle, out of bounds, back to Muskingum. So Hallie Moorhead now with it. She gives it over to Harrington. The Raiders will maintain their press. Now trapping here in the backcourt. They need to get the ball past half court. That's a 10-second violation. The Raider defense proving to be strong right there, and they forced the rare 10-second violation.
Great job with that trap, and a great job all around with all 5 Mount Union defenders. And now they have the ball back.
As Mason now drives, gets to the rim. 4-2, Elizabeth Mason, a tough finish. She's got a game-high 14 points now for the Raiders, 59-53. Moorhead now with it on the perimeter. Defended here by Triplett. She gives it over now to Harrington. Harrington back over to Moorhead. Moorhead now puts it on the floor, looks to drive, gets to the rim for two, can't finish. Rebound, Reese Triplett. Day now with it for the Raiders. Cross court to Mosher. She steps into a rhythm three. Front of the rim, no good. Day grabs the offensive board though. Kicks out to Triplett for three. That's no good. Rebound to Muskingum. So the Muskies now with it. Jones over to Moorhead, over to Harrington. Harrington around here to Jones once again, now over to Allen. Allen drives, kicks it over to Jones, steps into the mid-range, gets it to go from the baseline, 59-55 Mount Union. Hudick now at the other end, goes to the rim for two, can't quite finish. Fight for the board. Body's on the ground. We have a whistle, jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Muskies. So Mount with some substitutions here. Sierra Schlosser back into the game, and back in with 3 fouls each. It'll be Haley Haywood and Michaela Dunkel. Inbound here to Lizzie Allen. Allen defended the full length of the court by Hudick. She gives it over to Harrington. Harrington drives, fakes the pass, goes up for the shot, couldn't finish. Rebound to the Raiders. Day with it now. Defended on the perimeter here by Moorhead. Swings it over to Haywood. Haywood up top to Hudick. Day now with it once again. Swings it over to Schlosser. Schlosser tries to get it down low inside to Hudick, but that pass is off of Hudick. Out of bounds. It will be Muskingum ball. Not sure about that one. It looked like it might have went off a Muskingum defender.
I'd agree with you, but the refs are down there and we're up here, so got to take what they call.
Will be Muskingum balls. Addie Mucci back in here for Mount Union with Day Nash taking a seat. 6 minutes left to go here at the MAC. Still anybody's game. 59-55 Mount Union. Down low inside, Tori Jones gets to the rim. Can't finish. Rebound there to Dunkel. Mucci now brings it up the floor here. Mucci looks to drive on Moorhead, now swings out to Hudick. She steps into a three and she knocked it down. Allie Hudick, another three-pointer, 15 for Allie at 62-55.
She's now 3 of 5 from three-point on the night.
Largest lead of the ball game for the Purple Raiders as Caitlin DeMassimo gets to the rim for two, 62-57. As going the other way, Mucci goes up for the shot. Had it blocked though by Harrington. And the Muskies coming with it the other way. A 5-on-4 break. Mucci now gets back into the play. DeMassimo now looks to drive. Gets to the rim for two. Can't finish. Rebound there to Dunkel.
Great job by Dunkel defending, even with 3 fouls.
Is at the other end. Hudick had her pass tipped into the hands of Haley Haywood. 64-57. Hudick nearly comes up with the steal at the other end. Allie Hudick being a difference maker here. Knocks that ball out of bounds.
Mount Union playing with so much energy right now in this past minute. Great defending and turn that into some points.
So with her 15 points here tonight, Hudick has a new season high for Mount Union. Previous one was 11 points to start the season, as at the other end, DeMassimo goes up for the shot. Can't get it to go. Mucci pushes it for Mount Union. Mucci now with it. Defended here by Moorhead. Steps back here to the Mount Union logo. Now tries to get it to Hudick. Nearly taken away, but Allie somehow keeps the possession alive. Misses the shot. Dunkel, though, the offensive rebound. Goes up for the layup. Can't finish. Second time's the charm, though. As Michaela Dunkel gives the Raiders the 9-point lead. Timeout Muskingum. And a lot of energy in the back now. As the Purple Raiders on top 66-57. Just 4 minutes left to go in this one.
This 9-point lead has to be the biggest lead by either team in this game because it's been a really close game so far. Neither team able to pull away, but now with just 4 minutes left in the game, it seems like Mount Union has got some momentum and has been able to pull away a little bit. Still a single-digit lead, but it is 9 points. They're playing really well right now on both ends of the ball. Hopefully they can keep that up and finish this game out.
Yeah, without a doubt, the Purple Raiders have just done a great job in this fourth quarter. It is indeed the largest lead for either squad here tonight. A great statistic that you love to see. Mount Union, they've made 26 shots tonight. 17 of them have come off assists. Will, how important is it for a basketball team to really get everybody involved with really just a lot of assists, moving that ball around like how Mount Union's done here tonight?
Well, really, it's very important because if you get every player able to make a shot, able to score, then the defense can't rely on stopping one player. They have to stop every single player, and they can't really do that. Most teams can't stop all 5 players, and when Mount Union, when they're playing like they are right now, they're very hard to stop. 66 points with 4 minutes to go. They average 69 points a game, so if they keep up their scoring, they'll go over their season average, which would be a very good night for them.
Without a doubt, is out of the timeout. The Muskies will have it as they look to cut into this deficit. It was all Muskingum for the majority of that first half, but the Purple Raiders just played very, very well here in this second half. Harrington now looks to drive, gets to the paint, fires up the shot, gets it to go. Claudia Harrington, she's got 10 points now, 66-59. Day now with it, swings it over to Hudick. Hudick looks to drive, fires up a shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound to Massimo. It's Harrington now with it. She drives, kicks it over to Moorhead. Moorhead now into the paint, swings it back out on the perimeter to Massimo. Now right over to Caitlin DeMassimo. Over to Moorhead, steps into a deep 2, that's no good. Fight for the board, last off Muskingum. But I do believe it was off Dunkel, and they will change the call as it was indeed off Michaela, and it will be Muskingum ball. The inbound here, Dunkel gets her hands on it, nearly comes away with the steal. Caitlin DeMassimo, though, saves the possession for the Muskies. Near backcourt violation there. It's Tori Jones now, 7 seconds on the shot clock for Muskingum. Fires up the contested mid-range, no good. Rebound, Haley Haywood.
Great defending by the Purple Raiders yet again.
Continuing that strong defensive play. Hudick now cross-court to Dunkel. Down low inside Elizabeth Mason. Mason goes up for the shot and draws the personal. The foul on Claudia Harrington. It's going to be her third. Just the first foul from either squad here in this fourth quarter. And Elizabeth Mason to the line for two with 2:40 left to go here. So Elizabeth Mason continues her fast start to her Mount Union career. She gets that free throw to go. 67-59. She's got 15 points here tonight, 5 rebounds. She's been a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line so far as well, and 5 for 8 from the floor. Mason gets the second to go as well. She's now got a Mount Union high 16 points, 68-59. As at the other end here, the Muskies trying to cut into the deficit. And they're running out of time here as Moorhead gives it over to Harrington. Harrington now swings it over to Caitlin DeMassimo. DeMassimo now in the corner to Taylor DeMassimo. 5 seconds on the shot clock. She fires up the contested three. No good. Rebound Mason. And Elizabeth draws the personal yet again. Foul this time on Holly Moorhead. Her third, team second. 2:11 left to go. Raiders still on top by 9.
Mason and Hudick seem to be kind of competing for who can be the leading scorer of this game. Right now it's Mason, but Hudick with 15 points, Mason with 16.
Day now swings it over to Mason. Thought about the three, now instead gives over to Dunkel. Dunkel now swings it over to Hudick. Over to Haley Haywood. Haywood now swings it up top, Elizabeth Mason. Mason jab steps. Thought about the shot, now gives over to Dunkel down low inside. She goes to the rim for two, in and out, no good. Rebound to Muskingum. That one was halfway down there for Dunkel. That pass too high for Taylor DeMassimo. Out of bounds it goes. It will be Purple Raider basketball. We have a whistle. Timeout here for Kelly Broderick. With 1:42 left to go in this fourth quarter. Mount Union on top, 68-59. And really, like how we've been mentioning here, it's been Elizabeth Mason, Allie Hudick leading the way for the Purple Raiders here tonight. Hudick with 15 points, Mason with 16. It's really been the key here for Mount Union's turnaround, especially in the second half.
Also got to mention Dunkel with 11 rebounds so far in this game. She's the leading rebounder for the team. She's had a great night defending Caitlin DeMassimo. She's been very successful, especially in the second half. Really good night for her despite not shooting great. She's been very involved defensively and on the glass.
Yeah, without a doubt, she's having a strong performance as well. Reese Triplett, 7 points, 5 rebounds as well for the Purple Raiders. And Brooklyn Mosher, she's had an incredible second half. She was scoreless in the first half, but she's done a great job defending Caitlin DeMassimo, and she's got 8 points here in this second half alone. She's done a great job for Mount Union. It's been a true team effort to get to this point, just 1:42 away from Mount Union trying to close out their 5th victory of the season. So the Raiders will inbound it here. Full court press from Muskingum. And Mason just able to get it in to Dunkel. But Dunkel tries to get it back to Mason. Knocked out of bounds by Harrington. And it will be Purple Raider basketball here. The inbound to Hudick. Now over to Dede. They're able to break the press. Nash gives it over to Hudick. Hudick down low inside to Dunkel. Dunkel looking to go to work in the post. Goes up with the shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Muskingum. Lizzie Allen now with it. 1:18 left to go. Muskingum trailing by 9 in this one. It's Hallie Moorhead now. She kicks it over to Allen. Allen swings it out up top to Massimo. She steps into a 3, too strong. Rebound Elizabeth Mason. Just 1 minute remaining now. The Purple Raiders holding on to that 9-point advantage. Almost surely a fouling situation here, and Muskingum will begin that process. Holly Moorhead is going to get called for a 4th personal foul, 3rd team foul of the quarter. So just 2 fouls left here for Muskingum until Mount Union is in the bonus the rest of the way. And Day will be fouled by Moorhead, and that'll do it for Holly Moorhead here tonight. As that'll be her 5th personal foul, team's 4th. And don't believe a timeout was called, but for whatever reason, both teams are in a huddle. As it's simply Moorhead's just going to be fouled out for the rest of the game. And Tori Jones checks in here for Muskingum. So each team kind of gets a free little timeout right there. But just one more foul, and Mount Union will be shooting free throws here the rest of the way. But another whistle, timeout for Susie Vanette. It's just going to become a free throw shooting contest at this point with 54 seconds left to go in this one. Mount Union on top by 9.
Mount Union just have to stay composed for the rest of this game and hit their free throws, play good defense.
The Mount Union so far here tonight, they've done a great job from the free throw line. 8 for 9 overall. Muskingum, they've done very well as well. 5 for 6 from the free throw line. The Purple Raiders got to keep those free throw shooting numbers up for just about 54 more seconds, and they'll be on their way to their 5th victory on the year. Mount Union's next matchup will be this Saturday here in Alliance, Ohio against the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. So looking forward to another OAC matchup there. As Mason will inbound, gets it over to Hudick, and Hudick draws the foul right in front of the Mount Union bench. She'll be fouled by Tori Jones. Her 2nd penalty situation will send Allie Hudick to the line for 2.
First free throws of the game for Allie Hudick.
So Hudick, she's got a season-high 15 points. Her career high is 21, which she had last year in her sophomore season. First free throw's up and good. 69-59 in favor of Mount Union. She ties Elizabeth Mason now for the team lead with 16 points. Can't hit the second. The rebound here to DeMassimo. And Muskingum once again will call a timeout here with 51 seconds left to go. Talk things over as they now trail by double digits for the first time here tonight. Reese Triplett will get set to check back in for Mount Union at this next stoppage of play. But 51 seconds left to go. Big difference in tonight's game here so far. 16 personal fouls for Muskingum, just 8 for the Purple Raiders. Mount Union's played a very clean game here tonight. Also just 10 turnovers for the Purple Raiders. So really, they've been taking care of the basketball pretty well, not really fouling as much as well. It's proved to be very crucial here for Mount Union now, holding on to a 10-point lead.
And Triplett, who's just coming into the game now, has had a very good all-around game. 7 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for her.
Continues her great start to her Mount Union career as off the timeout. Be inbounded here by the Muskies. DeMassimo tries to get it to Jones, nearly taken away by Triplett. Jones just able to keep it in bounds. 42 seconds left to go in the contest. Is over to Jones. She steps into a 3. That's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Elizabeth Mason, and she's going to draw the personal there. Caitlin DeMassimo gets called for her 4th personal foul, and Elizabeth Mason to the line for 2. So the freshman Elizabeth Mason, she's got 16 points here tonight, 8 rebounds as well, with 35 seconds left to go here. First free throw, no good. So score will remain 69-59. Second free throw is good. Mason with 17 points, and once again we'll have another timeout here for Muskingum. They'll have just one remaining. 70-59 Mount Union. Surely, even though we're out of timeout here, I imagine the strategy's still the same. If you're Muskingum, you got to get a quick shot up, then you either have to come away with a steal or a quick foul just to keep this game going with just 35 seconds left, trailing by 11. So both teams breaking the huddle here. The Purple Raiders, so far in this second half, have outscored Muskingum 35-22. They trailed by 2 at the half. They've outscored them by 13 here to hold on to this 11-point lead. Inbound to DeMassimo. She crosses over. Elizabeth Mason gets to the rim for 2. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Hudick. And once again, the Raiders will draw the personal, and Allie Hudick to the line for 2 more free throws with 29 seconds left to go.
I mentioned before the game that bench points were going to be crucial for the Purple Raiders. They were going to need to get good production from the bench, and 20 points off the bench for Mount Union with 8 from Brooklyn Mosher.
Just a great bench performance, great all-around performance for Mount Union as Hudick will hit both free throws here. She now has a game-high 18 points, 72-59. One final timeout here for Muskingum with 29 seconds left to go. $13-point lead, 72-59. It's just a 30-second timeout. Purple Raiders, if this result remains, they will improve to 5-2 on the season, 2-0 overall in OAC play. And again, they're set for a matchup with Ohio Northern, who prior to tonight's game, 2-3 on the season, 1-0 overall in OAC play. So Muskingum will inbound it here. Allen puts it on the floor, gives it over here to Harrington. Harrington looks to drive on Hudick. Now kicks it out, DeMassimo for 3, nothing but net. Taylor DeMassimo makes it 72-62. Now the Purple Raiders will call a timeout here. A lot of timeouts here in the final minute of this one. It's 19 seconds left to go. Raiders on top by 10.
If the result holds, it'll be a really nice start for the Purple Raiders in conference play. 2-0 in the conference.
And taking a look at some scores from around the OAC, Ohio Northern, who of course Mount Union will be playing next, they actually came away victorious earlier here tonight over Heidelberg, 66-47. So Ohio Northern is going to come into Alliance Ohio 2-0 in OAC play as well, 3-3 overall. So could be a big early OAC matchup for the Purple Raiders as far as the standings go. As Haywood will look to inbound here, gets it to Mason. And Mason draws the personal on Caitlin DeMassimo, and that'll do it for Caitlin DeMassimo's night. Her 5th personal foul. And so DeMassimo will foul out here. Courtney Hivik will check in for the Muskies.
17 points for Caitlin DeMassimo tonight. She played a very good game, especially in the first half, but Dunkel was able to defend her very well, especially in the second half.
As Elizabeth Mason hits the first, ties Allie Hudick now with 18 points. Second free throw up and good. 19 now for Elizabeth. 18 seconds left to go. Raiders on top by 12. Lizzie Allen will bring it up the floor. Tries to get it to Harrington. It's taken away by Triplett. And Reese looking to go coast to coast, gets to the rim for 2. 8 seconds left to go. The cherry on top of this one, 76-62. A hard-earned victory for Mount Union. It was a very close game all throughout, but the Purple Raiders pull away in the 4th and improve to 5-2 on the season, 2-0 in OAC play as Mount Union comes away victorious, 76-62 here tonight. Will, your final thoughts here tonight on what was a great Mount Union victory?
I thought Mount Union played a very good game for the whole game. I thought they played a great 40 minutes. They really didn't have any stretches of bad play. I thought they played a very good game the whole way through. Great shot making, 45% from the field, 38 from 3, and 82 from the free throw line. If you shoot like that, you're going to win most nights. Also didn't get into foul trouble and didn't commit too many turnovers. So really all around a great game for the Purple Raiders. They spread the ball. They didn't allow too many second chance points. Just a great night for Mount Union, led by Allie Hudick and Elizabeth Mason.
That's for sure, as Elizabeth Mason finishes with the game-high 19 points here tonight, just 1 point off her season and career best. And Allie Hudick, 18 points here tonight. They were the sparks for Mount Union as they come away victorious 76-62 again. They will next be in action here at the MAC against Ohio Northern this Saturday with the 2 p.m. tip-off. But for now, the Purple Raiders, they improved to 5-2 on the season, 2-0 overall in OAC play with the 76-62 win. For my partner, Will Moyer, I'm Jacob Attar signing off here from the MAC. As always, it's a great day to be a Purple Raider.